Have you ever noticed that some people seem to get almost everything they want? They find opportunities others never see. They earn respect. They build successful careers. They attract good relationships. And somehow they always seem to be one step ahead. Meanwhile, there are people who work just as hard, yet nothing seems to change. What? Is it luck? Talent? Or is there something else at work? The truth is, getting what you want has less to do with luck than most people think. Psychology shows that the way you think, communicate, and act often determines the opportunities that come into your life. The people who consistently achieve their goals aren't always the smartest people in the room. They simply understand a few principles that most people ignore. Today I'll share 7 of those principles. They won't guarantee that life always says yes, but they'll dramatically increase your chances of hearing it. And one of these principles is so simple that most people overlook it every single day. Let's begin. The first principle: know exactly what you want. Imagine getting into a taxi and saying, "Take me somewhere nice." The driver would probably smile and ask, "Where exactly?" Without a destination, every road feels confusing. Life is no different. Many people say they want success. But what does success actually mean? More money? A better career? Better health? A happier family? If you can't clearly define what you want, your brain doesn't know what to focus on. Successful people don't chase vague dreams. They create clear targets. Instead of saying, "I want more money," say, "I want to increase my income by 20% over the next year." Instead of saying, "I want to get fit," say, "I'll exercise 4 times a week for the next 3 months." Specific goals create specific actions. And specific actions create results. The clearer your destination becomes, the easier it is to recognize the opportunities that lead you there. The second principle: ask for what you want. Here's a question. How many opportunities have you missed? Simply because you stayed silent? Imagine 2 employees. Both work hard. Both are respected. Both deserve a promotion. The first employee hopes the manager notices. The second employee schedules a meeting. They explain the results they've achieved. They express their interest in taking on more responsibility. Then they ask, "What do I need to do to be considered for the next promotion?" Who is more likely to be remembered when an opportunity appears? The person who asked. Many people expect others to read their minds. But they can't. Your employer doesn't automatically know your goals. Your mentor doesn't know you need guidance unless you ask. Your customers don't know what you can offer unless you tell them. One conversation can change the direction of your life. Even the Bible teaches this principle. Jesus said, "Ask and it will be given to you, seek and you will find, knock and the door will be opened to you." Notice the progression. Each one requires action. Will every answer be yes? No. But every yes begins with the courage to ask. Don't let the fear of hearing no stop you from hearing the yes that could change your future. Now, asking is powerful. But asking alone isn't enough. Because people don't simply reward confidence. They reward value. And that's exactly what we'll explore next. Third principle: become too valuable to ignore. Here's a mistake many people make. They spend all their time thinking about what they want. Very little time thinking about what they can offer. Imagine you're hiring someone for your business. One person says, "I really need this job." The other says, "Here are 3 ways I can help your business grow." Who would you choose? Probably the second person. What? Because value always attracts opportunity. The same is true in every area of life. If you want more income, become better at solving problems. If you want more respect, become someone people can rely on. If you want better relationships, become a better listener. The world doesn't reward wishes. It rewards value. Every new skill you learn, every promise you keep, every problem you solve, makes you more valuable. And the more valuable you become, the harder you are to ignore. The fourth principle: don't fear rejection. Now let's talk about the one thing that stops most people before they even begin. Rejection. Nobody likes hearing the word no. But here's the truth. Rejection is not the opposite of success. It's part of success. Think about the most successful people you know. Do you think they succeeded without rejection? Of course not. They've been ignored, turned down, criticized, and underestimated. The difference is, they didn't let rejection decide their future. Imagine planting 10 seeds. Not every seed will grow. But would you stop planting because one seed didn't? No. You'd keep planting. Life works the same way. Every interview won't become a job. Every business idea won't succeed. Every opportunity won't work out. But each attempt teaches you something. Sometimes rejection isn't telling you to stop, it's telling you to grow. Don't ask, why did I fail? What can I learn? That one question changes disappointment into progress. The fifth principle, act before you feel ready. Have you ever said, I'll start when I feel more confident? Most people have. The problem is, confidence doesn't usually come before action. It comes after action. Think about learning to drive. Were you confident on your first day? Probably not. You became confident after practicing again and again. The same is true for almost everything. Starting a business, speaking in public, creating YouTube videos, applying for a better job. Nobody begins as an expert. Everyone begins as a beginner. If you wait until fear disappears, you may spend your whole life waiting. Courage isn't the absence of fear. It's choosing to move even when fear is present. Remember this. Action creates confidence. Waiting creates doubt. Every successful person you admire once stood exactly where you are now. The only difference is, they took the first step. Now we've reached the point where most people give up. Not because they lack talent. Not because they lack intelligence. But because they underestimate one simple habit that changes everything. Consistency. And that may be the most powerful principle of all. The sixth principle, stay consistent when others quit. We often admire people's success, but we rarely see what created it. We see the successful entrepreneur. We don't see the years of failure behind the business. We see the athlete holding a trophy. We don't see the mornings they trained while everyone else was sleeping. We see the popular YouTube channel. We don't see the hundreds of videos uploaded before anyone was watching. Success is almost never one big moment. It's thousands of small decisions made over time. Imagine two people trying to improve their lives. The first works hard for 1 week, gets discouraged and quits. The second improves by just 1% every day. A year later, who do you think is further ahead? The second person. Not because they were more talented, but because they stayed consistent. Small actions may seem unimportant today. Reading 10 pages, saving a little money, learning one new skill, making one phone call. On their own, they don't seem life-changing. But when repeated day after day, they become impossible to ignore. Consistency is where ordinary people become extraordinary. The final principle, become the person your goals require. Now we've reached the principle that connects everything. Most people ask, how do I get what I want? But very few ask, who do I need to become to deserve what I want? Think about it. If you want people to trust you, become trustworthy. If you want more opportunities, become dependable. If you want financial success, become someone who creates value for others. If you want a better relationship, become someone who communicates with honesty and respect. The life you want begins with the person you choose to become. That's why personal growth matters so much. When you improve your character, your habits improve, your decisions improve, and eventually, your results improve. People often call successful individuals lucky. But what they call luck is usually preparation meeting opportunity. The opportunity arrived. They were simply ready for it. Let's go back to the question we started with. Why do some people seem to get almost everything they want? Not because they're the smartest. Not because they're the luckiest. But because they think differently. They know exactly what they want. They have the courage to ask. They focus on creating value. They don't let rejection stop them. They act before they feel ready. They stay consistent when others give up. And every single day, they become a better version of themselves. Here's something I hope you'll remember long after this video ends. Life doesn't reward silent wishes. It rewards clear goals, courageous actions, and consistent effort. The opportunity you've been waiting for may not come because you waited. It may come because you finally decided to prepare for it. So don't wait for the perfect time. Don't wait until you feel fearless. Don't wait for someone else to notice you. Start today. Keep going. One day you'll look back and realize that the life you wanted didn't begin when you achieved your goal. It began the moment you decided to become the person capable of achieving it. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you like it and subscribe to Silent Growth Insights for more psychology and self-improvement videos every week.